Eric Omondi is now giving us, you know, a bit of a highlight and telling us about what happens when you get into stardom too quickly. Because it happens, especially in this day and age where you put out content today and you're viral the next day, you know? Like Aziad, you know, she just did her thing and she was viral the next day. And now you have to deal with this fame. And now he's telling us about how he was on TV on the Churchill show, doing gigs every day. The whole country has identified Eric Omondi. So for him to be out here pandaing matatus, and this is what he said, my fame came within 3 weeks. Yota hawezi breathe. Fame came too fast and too abrupt. It caught me off guard, and I became so famous so fast, and I was so broke. Every week, nainua. At first, it wasn't a problem in the matatu. But after 3 months, everyone is looking at you sideways, judging looks, atiniaje jamawa TV, ako yo, and you'll be doing this. The minute you see a celebrity or someone who's famous on social media, you'll want to look at that person sideways, you know? You see me with you in Dubois buying knockoff makeup, and you're like, Kai Turife, unakujanga? Yes, girl, I'm broke too, okay? Just because you see me on TV does not mean I'm going to go and buy at the mall. We don't do that here. We don't do that. Anyway, he goes on to say, it got worse, and Churchill told the producers tumtafutie kitu. He was getting something small for transport, but he only had 1 pair of jeans. And let me tell you, I can relate to this. I can relate because when I started TV, I actually started on this TV station. I just came for a regular interview. They called out an interview, and I came and auditioned, and then they called me. I didn't even expect to be called back, and they called me back, and I was like, huh, surprise, surprise. Now, normally, I'm not what you'd call like a girly girl. I'm most comfortable as a boy because even clothes and clothes selection, I am comfortable in a t-shirt and jeans, and that was it. And then now I'm being called to do this show. It was The Edge. We had also Ayuma and Major Peter Sam, and we were doing this show, and Miss Girl, the comments were brutal, you know, because just because you see somebody on TV, you have this perception of what they're supposed to be wearing. So and there's this like pair of sneakers. I think I've told you this story.
Yeah, the red Converse.
Like, they were designer sneakers. Hey, they were expensive, Converse.
Oh.
Yes, they were very expensive. They were red. I got them as a birthday present. Nilikuwa nazivaa proper. So much so that one person commented, you know, we're reading feedback, and we used to read feedback live.
Live, as it comes in.
Somebody said, unapenda hizi viatu za red, unavanga kila siku. And the show was Monday to Saturday.
And this was at the beginning of the week. What happened? Did it start on Monday?
Like, you know, I'd ignore it at first, but this person was so committed to having me not wear these shoes. But hajui, apart from these very expensive shoes that I have, the rest are garbage. You know, you cannot compare. So you guys are very quick to judge a person because you see them on TV, you see them on social media doing things, and you're thinking this translates to money in their bank account. That was false. I was straight out of school. I was, living at home. It was the ghetto. So before you open your mouth and say something, before you see a celebrity in a matatu and you're like, can you napanda matatu? Can you stop yourself? Can you shh your mouth? You know, sometimes at a client, especially when you're doing like freelancing, content creation, and you're an influencer, I have been in a situation where I've done like 3 projects and I'm expecting money. But these 3 clients are both playing brikicho. This one, our financial whatever went out of the country. He didn't sign the check was not signed. And for 3 months, you're just chasing these ghosts. You go to the office, it's a lot. So by the time you open your mouth, you're like, I saw you on a billboard. Madam, I've not even been paid for said billboard, so relax.
I think we need to come to a point where we agree as a community and as a people that what it seems like it isn't always so. I'll give you a good example, very quick one, as we go on break. The other day, I was leaving the gym.
Yeah.
That day, I decided to drive to the gym. Usually, I walk. But that day, I decided to drive to the gym. And so, as I'm going back to the car, I see these guys who we go to the same gym. He's a big celebrity. Actually, he used to work here before. He used to do news, and we bonded and everything. So they're like, "Hey, I like your car." In my mind, that was at that moment. I'm like, well, how do I answer this? Do I go? Okay, it's not my car. The logbook isn't even in my name. It is my partner's car. I just drive it. That's what happens. Or am I embarrassed enough that I'm just going to claim it as mine because I don't want to have the conversation of looking like I'm broke? That was the question that was lingering in my mind. And I did stare at him for a good 3 seconds before I decided to answer. Do you know what my response was? Thank you so much.
Ni Mungu. Ne,
Nikogeria.
no kogeria.
Because you're like, there's so much pressure to be this person, and all of these things around you, people always assume it's because you're always, moving, you're pushing P. Honey, we're all in the same struggle, eh? We're all in the same struggle, just different levels of the struggle, okay? So don't be fooled, don't be fooled. Looks can be deceiving. Work hard, yours will come. We're going to go on a quick little break, and when we come back, more of the show.